very big elephants on the ground. But when I went there, I saw nothing but crickets. So it makes me not to worry.
Why do you want to be a representative in Jocolate? In fact, before we get to your representative bid, let's hear from you where precisely you've worked over the period and where are you currently before becoming to think about the legislature.
Initially, I have worked as youth activist. When the MPFL was in Bond County, we have fought as social justice practitioner to ensure that there was peace and calm amongst our people. Up to 2002, before I became a founding chairman of the New Deal movement, I've been a youth activist all along, and we ensured that the young people were protected. We ensured that people are suffering from all form of abuse receive some responses to the abuse meted against them. We were in there as lone voice in the wilderness. After that, we founded the Bond Student Union. We re-established the Bond Student Union after the war. In fact, that was the only active student movement in this country up to 2005. And we work with young people. Some of them were in the street. They were totally market from warehouses to market grounds, from market grounds to warehouses under this quote unquote under HAY program. We co-opted 67 of those students or of those children and placed them in school and paid their tuitions. From there, we left and went to Cardington, got a bachelor in rural development and agriculture, and then established the Rural Empowerment Foundation, which I served as the first executive director.
That's Refound.
Refound, which I served as
Is Refound still alive?
Refound is still alive, yeah. Which will serve as first executive director. And then we were identified by some experts from the United Nations to go ahead and provide support to the United Nations mission in Liberia. In that position, I served for 7 years. I was the logistic assistant managing the second largest logistic hub in this country on the United Nations mission in Liberia at Sector 3 Banga. I received every goods and services that was due for Leeward counties and forwarded them. And so I served a very important role as the Joint Logistic Operations Center assistant in the Omil sector. And then upon completion of my university, of my master's degree in public administration with emphasis in public sector management, I then provided a pro bono service to Cardington University College teaching management for about a semester, and afterwards, the school was obliged to give me at least part-time lecturer positions, which I did for 2 years and resigned in 2012. Due to the fact that I was being given an appointment as operations specialist in administration at the Ministry of Finance, which is now Ministry of Finance for
that's Ministry of Finance and Development Planning.
And Development Planning. And at the Ministry of Finance, I was being seconded to the formation team of the Liberia Revenue Authority. And then Minister Pega and I worked together to formulate policies, job specifications for the Department of General Services of the LRA. And then I was left in charge to roll that out. Of course, I rolled that out with efficacy. Now I'm still at the LRA as Chief Transport Officer. There I worked. And these positions, we have always been people-centered. We have ensured that our people I serve the necessary requirement to perform their duties in various departments.
Honorable Bellama, I can record when you were at Omeo in Kari, Sector 3. At the time we were there operating a radio station there in Kari, Super Bongis. But then when you left, there was this news that you were opting to become superintendent of Bon County. And you were just in and out, coming to Monrovia, lobbying, and later on, we didn't hear that to have yielded any results.
Well, the actual fact is that I was being nominated and shortlisted to be superintendent 2 times.
In the Ellen's government?
In the Ellen's government. Unfortunately, I could not be appointed because I was not I was not a member of the United Party. 2, it's not that my friends and brothers who were in parliament who had to take the decision hated me, but I think they have some fear that I will have been a storming block because of my straightforward nature of administration.
And by then, which party you were aligning with?
By then, I was the
New Deal.
I was the founding chairman of the New Deal movement. I've been a member of the New Deal since 2000. So I have never changed.
Is it D2 we're missing?
Well, it was
not.
It was first George. It was first. Our comrade, senior comrade.
Yeah. You will get a name later.
Sure.
So then, is it because you were not part of the Unity Party? That's why you have been denied twice as superintendent of Bon County.
I want to believe that way. That's one. The second
is that how you think that government was being run?
I don't want to cast doubt on the government of Madam Salif. I think there are people who got certain attitude within the cycle.
Within the system.
Within the system. And so when they act the way they want to act, you cannot cast doubt on a bigger administration that is not even looking at those crickets. Yeah. So I don't want to.
Did you feel frustrated when you were not being nominated or you were not being preferred as superintendent of Bon County?
I was never frustrated. I have always worked on my flaws. I have always worked to ensure that I don't make enmity among people and myself. That's why right now, I stand to be the most suitable candidate for Bon County Legislative District number 3.
No, let's dive into your bid. This is the sole purpose of your being here. Why you decided contesting for the representative seat of Bon County District 3?
When we were in Banga, we have fought to maintain sanity of our people there. We have fought to ensure that people in higher places will respect the locals. So that was also exemplified in 2001 when the police commander willfully killed one of our students, John Panan. We ensured that he was being driven out, arrested, and made to leave the county unwillingly. What we were trying to demonstrate is that whether you were a king, a queen, a president, an army general, coming to Bon County, you may respect the dignity of our people. Otherwise than that, we, the children of Bon County, have the capacity to confront you at all levels and to ensure that we can replace you at all time. And it comes down to our current lawmaker. He has been abusive to our people. Even give them food and give them words. When he give them food, he give them words. He goes and if the land right issue and other things had not been respected by him. It was exemplified when he went to beat a citizen who was trying to develop his own plot of land, and he said he would take a demon out of him. We think that's an abuse. It's unacceptable.
That rumors circulated social media, but later on the lawmaker clarified right on the same platform, and he said he didn't take the initiative. He didn't. It's short.
You had rather listen to the second interview he did that he was beating demon other people, and so that was related to the same thing. And besides that, not only that, he has come out boldly and said, "Look, I ordered the man to beat the man. I mean, I don't want to dwell on that, but I'm saying anyone going to Bon County who go to abuse our people, we have a way of taking you down. Especially for some of us, our political records have shown that we were trained to take down despot through the ballot box. Now we're armed through the will of the people. Look, I always told people the Napoleon Bonaparte war was not fought by military might or whatsoever might. It was fought by the will of the people. The willpower of the people of Bon County will prevail this time. Anyone thinking that you're taking them for granted, we as their children, we as those who have been the voice in the lone voice in the wilderness, will ensure that we, mobilize sufficient votes against you. We don't want to go the other route. Therefore, we have to use the ballot box to ensure that our people are respected. And our people also, I was very certain that their power will be used to liberate themselves, and not the ballot.
So how long, Honorable Belema, how long did you take to dream about becoming a legislator?
Well, my dream started ever since I have been student leader. Look, I have been an emerging student leader who have gone through, or an emerging leader who has gone through leadership systematically in that county. I was the president of the student council government in the most populated high school, in the junior high school in 1986. I was the president of the student council government in the most populated high school in 1989. I graduated with the best leadership award from Daily Observer Corporation, with another more disciplined award from the school administration. So I have always tried as hard as possible, like the record of Obama, to be on the chalk line. No one will tell you that I've been in court in Banga. No, I have not been in court. I have not been at a police station for any criminal issues. So I have always walked in chalk line, knowing that in the future I will be the preferred candidate in any of the positions in Bon County. So I try to set the record straight. So to come to making them more active, in 2011, I attempted contesting
for the Senate,
for the representative position.
Okay.
I attempted contesting
in the same district.
No, not in the same district. In my original district.
Where your original district?
District 4.
Then why are you cross-carpeting? Why are you crisscrossing?
By revelation.
Is it because you are so desperate to get the incumbent out?
I'm a Christian. I'm led by the way.
Do you have tangibles in the district where you want to contest?
Very tangible.
District 3?
District 3.
Where are your homes in District 3? I know the entire District 3.
Oh, okay. So
do you know Renshu?
You don't have to be living. You don't have to be living in village to be a citizen of District 3.
Are you from Banda or Bamu?
Oh my God! You are going outside the district, my brother. Let me give you as a knowledge expert.
So I want to know whether you know the district.
As a knowledge expert of the terrain, let me give you this. The means and bounds of District 3 extends far. Northeast at Kayatown, 5 northwest Baya, and closing on to Banga. And you are going as far as Bana. Bana is in Swako.
No, we got Bamu. We got Bamu in Swako. We got Bamu in.
Now you just correct.
We have Bamu in right behind Renshu.
Now we have Bamu. You see. Let me just let you know this. The area of Bamu, Baya, Bane, and Pastor Jason.
The Bane is the home of the former lawmaker, George Sylvester Mola.
It is my uncle, Dennis Bukapoli, working with BCADB, who constructed all of those roads going those places. So,
are you living on the legacies of your uncle?
This is historical. This is historicity of leadership. You must ensure that the good thing that your people have done, you are able to again live it. That's what you have to do. Otherwise, then that you are just fortunate. Probably your father was not a journalist, so you are here.
My father was a medical practitioner.
Unfortunately, he missed the track. But I'm saying we have been in leadership at our time from our generations. So we have come to ensure that Banga become kind. Let's look at some of the issues. An issue where if a lawmaker is abusing people because of land, and whereas he should have had a land officer in his office to ensure that those poor people who do not have the capacity to foster land cases, he will stand for them as a person. Unfortunately, he's abusing them.
Is he a lawyer to go and stand for people for land issues?
Listen.
Is that what you're going to be doing to the legislature, or
where as an oversight, we are going to ensure that we have a land specialist in our office who, when the poor people are tired running after the land commission or the land authority for a piece of land that they have been abused on, or they have been encroached on upon them, we will ensure that that person stands up and go after those cases under the ambience of the legislator. Because as a poor person, sometimes you don't have justice. We're going to make sure we provide justice for them, whatever way we can do. We might restore some hope. And this is a way of restoring hope for our people. Those areas where they cannot fight themselves, they need some defense.
Did you go to the people and seek their indulgence to become a lawmaker, or they came to you by themselves?
This is their project, the people's project. It's the people's project. Otherwise, they not go to Banga. I did not carry a motorcycle, but I got more than 7 motorcycles at my office. They're volunteering. People are there volunteering. Women are coming, volunteering. They want to take flyers and carry everywhere in the district. And if you think I'm lying, go to Banga tonight, or go to Banga tomorrow morning, and go to my office behind me and see how many volunteers.
Where is your office located in Banga?
My office is located just adjacent the later Senator Francis Galawood's house, going towards Rawa Ferry, right behind the police station. And you will see my pictures all on that building. Here, the volunteers are coming, bringing their own motorcycles, bringing their own wheelbarrows, if I may say, bringing those things that are available to take them anywhere. Mr. Stewart,
are you sophisticated indeed to have the current lawmaker seated?
If your term of sophistication is by lavishing the Liberian people's money that was stolen, I'm not sophisticated.
Stolen by whom?
If by your definition of sophistication is by, being what we call arrogant, I'm not sophisticated. If your definition for sophistication is to be, pompous, I'm not sophisticated. But if your definition for sophistication is going down to the people at their homestead and asking that this thing must not happen again, yes, I'm sophisticated. If your definition for sophistication is by mobilizing young volunteers, youth volunteers, women volunteers to take my flyers to other places, take the message themselves, and coming to volunteer themselves, then of course I'm sophisticated to take them any death point, not only the incumbent.
You have a lot of names in your district who are opting to become lawmakers. Why are you so confident that you can be the next lawmaker in Jokola District 3 in Bon County?
There's one overwhelming phenomenon. From 1983, since I entered Banga, I have been working. I work with people. I will always say that, I'm sorry to always mention it. Even the young journalists in this country who are taking over other radio stations, they are a product of our training. Some of the professionals believe in us. Some of the old people believe in us. They heard our names when we were fighting for social justice in our county. So I believe that they cannot let us down and vote someone who is abusing them.
Honorable Bellman, coming to the legislature is one thing, but understanding the dynamics of the county or the politics of our county is a key aspect of your legislative work in a Capitol building. What am I saying? I'm trying to portray the sense of direction that in our county, in Bon County, that place is politically charged, especially in these coming elections. That place is upset when it comes to politics. People tear people apart. And what have you studied thus far when it comes to how leaders, past and current leaders, have been working before coming to fill some of the gaps?
First, I will give you the basis of my confidence and why I talk the way I talk. It's because I feel that I have the greatest suitability to be a legislator under the current dispensation. than any of the guys who are contesting right now with me. One, why am I suitable? I studied public administration and public sector management, which tells you that I know government. I have studied government. And not only that, I have also worked in government and worked with international organizations, working with the rural people. I studied rural development and agriculture. So, in terms of the functional unit of rural society, I know how to handle them, and I know how to work along with them that bring dividend to the local inhabitants. In terms of international corporations, I was fortunate to have studied online international organizational management from the Geneva University. So, in terms of attitudes towards human relationship, I have been able to exhibit that over a long period of time. That's why I don't feel that I have enemies in Bond County. Rather, if there's any, there will be perceived enemies, someone who doesn't like the way I talk, who doesn't like the way I walk, who doesn't like the way probably I go about other things. But in terms of my relationship with everyone, I see it in tight. Now, when it comes to the confusion in Bond County, I always mention this, that if the local administration in those counties remain divided the way they are divided, definitely, whether you bring a president from heaven, you're going to still have the same situation. You are going to have a president who will have to be contested seriously after the first term. Why? Because when there is confusion, whatever resources is sent there, there'll be confusion over that. Like, for instance, I cannot profess to have influence with the president or in the president's office, and I'm there dismissing people from positions when I should be lobbying for more position to go to Bond County. There's whole elections with this term. We didn't have any concrete minister in government.
We had Dr. Morgan Flomo Jr.
His term was short-lived, and he was not even replaced by any Bond County citizen. So
you have deputy minister as well. You have other people. You have assistant minister.
Maybe you will have to have the records for that. But I'm not saying in the case that this was attributed to the president's failure. What it was attributed to was the people who had influence with the president did not do their matters well. That's why today the president is having difficulties in having some of these things straightened up, especially at the time of election.
What will you do when you become lawmaker?
When I become lawmaker,
you are just one person, and in Bond County we have 7 electoral districts. We have 7 representatives and 2 senators. So what will you do to convince the 8 members of the caucus to ensure that unity is played on the table?
I will attempt to lobby with them, put forth ideas that will help our people. But when they refuse, I will go back to our people and tell them to advise their lawmakers they have sent to the House. This is what I put forth. But unfortunately, they did not accept it. They want, and whatever otherwise they want, I will also tell them what else they want.
You will be a freshman lawmaker. Do you think you can use your work and hold any water?
The good thing is that a freshman lawmaker can normally be an activist. Normally, when you don't have the greater understanding of everything, you become an activist. So I will be the activist that will bring every rotten thing to the table, and then ensure that we all can fight to rectify them. Because this is what's happening. Our people have been abused consistently because the people that go to represent them are the one who should be who are now aligned with the central administration instead of protecting the paramount chief, the town chiefs, who are the direct representation of the people to government. Those are the people I think I will be promoting. Like I tell you, we're at the win today. Tomorrow I'll be asking the city mayor to give me 2 persons to employ in her office. 1 for land purposes, 2 for sanitation. And they will be paid from my office. I'll be asking the paramount chief to give me 2 persons from her office to employ. Because there are some people working with her who are now government salary. So that impetus to work harder.
That is a campaign message.
Of course I'm here.
But you might not live up to it.
I'm a politician.
Many politicians have done that. They have said all the good words, sugarcoated everything, but at the end of the day, they didn't do what the people expected of them.
If you follow my track records, in everywhere that I have worked, I've ensured that I'm a friend to the lay persons. Not be, I will normally not be an activist, but I try to solve problems within my confine to ensure that they are at peace. Definitely, what I'm telling you today, we're at the win today. Today is the 5th or 6th of
Today is the 6th of September.
Can we have this conversation on the 6th of September next year when I win? So that you know that I mean what I'm saying. I mean, I don't lie my mouth and eat there. I always tell people I'm a person of God and I have God in my heart. But you see, the Bible is clear about having children as princes because they eat their bread in the morning. And having noble men like me as your leader of the land, we eat our bread in due time for strength and not for drunkenness. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 16 to 17. I'm a man of God, so everything I do, I live within the biblical principles.
Why you're not going to? Why? If you're a man or true man of God, you should be thinking about becoming an evangelist instead of going to politics.
The Bible also
you need to speak about evangelism.
The Bible also says, when the righteous lead, the people are happy.
So you think you are the righteous man?
I think I possess a high degree of righteousness.
Okay. Yeah. Honorable Bellman, we will open the lines shortly, but let's understand some of your scope of operations. Talking about women empowerment, how are you going to tackle such?
Currently, I have just the basis for women empowerment. Like I told you, like I've ever said, I have
those are yesteryear's things.
No, just now. They just coming from General Pleader yesterday that they are taking their peanuts now. So I have women cooperative.
How you digging peanut? What does it mean for you?
It means that
will you transport the peanuts to the market for them?
When I went to initiate my operations in those various towns, I have asked the town chiefs to give them land, to give the women land space, so that they can plant peanuts for themselves. I was going to support them with the seeds. I was going to support them with food and tools. And at this point, they are now digging those peanuts like from the various farms. Like in Wongwei, they called me the other time. Last Wednesday, they started digging their own. In Genepi, they called me this morning. In other places, they have called me because, like I told you, those are my entry methodology in rural development. Those cooperatives will exist as long as I live, because I will ensure that what I told them if I was, I don't have a share in that peanut, but what you can do for me is give me the statistics. So if I put in 20 buckets of peanut and you brought me X number of bags, I will know what next to put into, to exceed that.
So you provided the peanuts for them?
Of course, yes, I did that. I bought it with my hard-earned money. I bought those peanuts with my hard-earned money, and ensure that as they are working, I also provide them food.
Then why you don't want anything from them? Don't you want dividend?
The dividend is when they have some money at their laboratories, because the issue of sexual and gender-based violence emanates from female dependency on their male counterparts for household income generations. But if the women are able to generate some part of the incomes, there is a natural tendency that they will be able to fill in the gap when the husband cannot make it. And like that, it will reduce sexual and gender-based violence. In fact, domestic violence, on the cash out. So that's what we are trying to do. The dividend I want from there is that a peaceful community.
To vote you.
A peaceful community.
To vote you.
A peaceful community.
Not to vote you?
A peaceful community, I say.
But
by the way, if they feel that is a genuine step towards ensuring ensuring how they can determine their leadership, and they see as a means, well, this guy, he's meaningful, of course they have to vote me.
Let's look at education.
Education.
The young people in your district are yearning for education. Cottington, Bond County Technical College, other universities in the county, and other higher learning institutions. What are you going to do about your students in your district?
Well, we have two-pronged approach. One is to, first of all, reorganize and institutionalize the Madam Sakoko Scholarship. The Madam Sakwa Scholarship has got two features. One feature is a land grant, which belongs solely to Swakoko district, and the other one is the one supported by the County Economic, Social, and Development Fund. We want to ensure that that is restructured and some money placed in there, because all of the highway projects in our counties have been completed almost, except for Swakoko district, where I still understand they are run to Phoebe to hospital. But if you go to Zota, we have clinic in health center in Balafanem. We have clinic in Nama. We have clinic in Balatwai and other places. So people don't have to walk more than 40 kilometers to go to the hospital. If you go to any part of one country for that matter, we have school are almost either for 7 kilometers each. So the hardware projects are all completed. Now we need to start thinking about software projects. What are the software projects? Is it possible to put some money in the Madam Sakwa Scholarship, institutionalize it, that makes it credible for other citizens to even contribute if they have to? Yes, it's possible. Is it possible for us to allocate a portion of that money, $2.2 million, which comes to the county, at least 25 to 33%, to ensure that we can hire some of the loan agency in that place, the local loan agency, to provide loan to our people, or to offset this BRAC and Asset Bank loan fight on our women and children, our women and marketers in the community, which is making it to run off in our homes.
What about those that want to go to vocational institutions?
Those that want to go to vocational institution, we have to study how welfare can be improved.
To what level?
To a level that we even provide vocational training for off-school children. Yes, it's possible. To learn carpentry, you don't have to be in college to learn carpentry. You don't have to be in high school to learn carpentry. You just have to do some apprentice training. And eventually you see the guy catch up even more than the guys who are in colleges, or who are in the high school. So we have to see the lack of welfare high school, see the lack of Yankwe. That's far from my district anyway. But the lack of
that is part of the county.
Yeah, that's part of, and then Yankwe B, the lack of Ichi Yanse in Toronto.
You have Tumutu.
Tumutu is another good example. Mm-hmm. We need to see that how that project can be improved, and some funding go there for the training of our people in Lower Bond County.
One aspect that many young people will confide in you to elect you as their lawmaker in District 3 is the aspect that has to do with this infamous kush that has hit our land, that many people are consuming it and dying on a daily basis. What will you do if you were elected as a lawmaker to ensure that, yes, you have some rehabilitation centers set up in your district and the county at large, to have these young people who are going about with these kinds of consumption to get somewhere and have some trainings?
Already the Lutheran Church involved with that. We need to help them build their capacity. Right now, the trauma healing and counseling section of the Lutheran Church of Liberia is taking those people out of Banga and other places to take them to LTI to do some work with them. And right now it's working successfully. All we need to do is to increase their capacity to be able to accommodate more people. And this would be a good thing for them. Otherwise than that, if look, in the 19th century, when the United States government decided, when there were crime associated with drugs, was being the United States government were arresting people and taking them to jail. People who were taking drugs, taking them to jail. All the jail was one packed, and they were trying to build new prison compounds. Definitely. And we will have to adapt that approach. Definitely, we cannot succeed. What we need to do is to reduce the number of drug takers. That's one. Then the other thing is to stanch the drugs importers. The drugs importers are the main factors. The drug takers are not the main factor. If you were eating rice and there's no rice, you will get adjusted to something else. So because the drug is available on the market, definitely drugs takers will take it.
Recently, the president signed into law this quote-unquote drugs law. How do you feel about it? And you want to become a lawmaker?
I have not seen a copy of that drug law. It's a welcoming idea.
Do you pat the president on his back for such?
Is
it a milestone?
It's a milestone. But what we need to do is When we get in the house, we try to revisit to see that it meet the various components. It meet the various.
What are those components you think I is supposed to be enshrined in them?
In terms of importation, does the law say something against importation? Does it say something against people who influence the importation? Does it also say something against people who distribute them? If it does that, and with a very firm approach about it, then of course we will only be working and ensuring that there are allocations to enforce those laws. But if they do not meet all the components, we have to revisit them and ensure that it meets the requisite standard for drugs enforcement in this country, so that anyone violating it will be punished. I stand for social justice, as I always say on all of my radio interviews. I stand for social justice, and we will not allow this country be taken over by drugs.
Okay, listeners, if you just joined us, our guest this afternoon on the Bumper Show is Honorable Clement Belema. He's a representative candidate in Jokola District number 3. Of course, he's contesting in October 2023. He's my guest this afternoon. So if you are out there and you want to form part of the discussion, the numbers to be a part are 0880-514-096, 0778-501497. You can call and put your points through. Good afternoon.
Yeah, how are you, Melvin?
I'm okay, sir. How you doing?
Fine. I say fine to our participants in the city, to be specific, Bongane. And George Gray, calling from Baga.
Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I just want to ask my participant,
He's a candidate too. And he's one of your candidates?
Yeah, but he's a participant. Just trying to participate in the election. He's going nowhere. Yeah.
So
I want to ask him, where was he in 2019 March 15 when coronavirus entered the country and the city was not being exception. Coronavirus entered the city and his citizens and other people he claimed going all to other plantation for, but in trying to farm this job in the city. Where was he in 2019 when the coronavirus entered here, his citizens were dying? Where was he? What a contribution towards the citizen?
Okay, thank you. But everybody is participating in the elections, so that's not a bad nomenclature anyway. Good afternoon. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm okay, sir. Your name?
I'm David calling from the Lower Magimi.
Okay, Dave, go ahead.
Yes, I want to appreciate the honorable in studio. That district, I have something to do in that district. And then I've been hurt. What you just saying, I pray that you will be a help to us. I've been hurt by the former lawmaker. They took my area and gave it to the Chinese to mine there. And I've been suffering.
Where is your area? Where is your area?
In Bamu.
Bamu. So he's okay. Thank you. So okay, you concluded?
No, I have an area there, but the lawmaker took and gave it to the Chinese for mining, and they gave him 10 grand every month.
That's an allegation. I hope to.
Allegation, but it's proven. I went there. I took picture. I have the picture.
I hope to speak with Honorable Marvin Cole. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. 0880-514-096. You can call me on this alternative line, 0778-501497. My guest is Honorable Clement Belema, representative candidate in Jokola District. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
I monitor the studio guys. I'm also appreciating. But how do you intend to stand out the security situation for now? It shall be elected as a representative of looking at the current situation.
Okay, thank you. He's jotted down the points. He will address them before we go. Good afternoon.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon.
Please go ahead.
My name is Imagati. I'm calling on the first figure of the campaign.
Let's hear you.
Actually, I want to go straight to the point because Labrador is the country we want to be to the top of Africa. In a country,
please go straight to the point. Please go straight. Others are on the line.
I want for the man to go to a pastor where either
not to paper election because God did not play. So let him go back to the pastor.
But he's now a pastor. He's now a pastor. He just gave a scenario, okay? He's now a pastor. No, he's not. He didn't say he's a pastor. Let me talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Yes.
Yeah, this is Sam Lama calling from Yukipa.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he's talking about the drug law. Is he saying when somebody is found guilty of breaking drug or found selling drug, will that person be highly punished? Because in other countries, when they catch you with drug, either they burn you, because too much human rights in the country that was in the country. Let me be frank with you. Even the child at school, when you tell the principal whosoever to punish the child, they will tell you the Ministry of Education say. So they are telling all God is wrong to say, don't spare the right and the wrong and spoil the child. So that's the same thing happening. Maybe tomorrow somebody say, oh, that the man right to smoke. So is he saying tomorrow when somebody is caught when he wins, there'll be a harsher punishment?
Okay. Thank you. He got you. He will address your concern. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Stewart.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Matthew Kapia and I'm calling you from Zone 5 Police Station.
Go ahead, Matthew.
From Bonkambe. Yeah, I want to appreciate Mr. Badama in studio. He spoke very well collectively, and also he spoke with motivation. And I'm wishing all of them, all the bunkies that is running in the various offices, and I appreciate their effort in discussing the issue civilly, and I wish him well.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead. 10 seconds.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, President, extend my gratitude to the studio guests, the political hierarchy of District Number 3 in Bonkane. My name is Arthur Swakod, and I joined the competition for Iron Gate community in Banga.
Go ahead.
The studio guest stressed one of the very good points about education when he talk about upgrading the institutions are already been established by government. Like you're going to upgrade them up to standard so that a better learning condition can be there, so that we the youth can go there and acquire best education. These are some of the leaders that we're looking for in Bonkane, especially District Number 3, where our people have been marginalized, our people have been fought for their own rights. So thank you, Mr. Ganama. We are behind you. And as I speak to you, I was waiting for you to your house, and when you come back, I will visit your office. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We can take 3 more. Good afternoon. Hello, caller. 08805140096. Thanks to all of those following our LNTV page, our social media platform. Thanks for watching us. You are welcome to the program. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah Dwar calling from Chocolate District in Banga, to be precise, on Broad Street.
Okay, quickly.
Yeah, we were both the oil man in studio, but first of all, I want to know which one of the ticket he is from now.
Okay. All right, thank you. I can take 2 more. We'll wrap up because 6 o'clock is our news. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, hello. This is Josiah Davis, and I'm calling from Grandmaster County.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I listened to the studio guy. He spoke very well. And one thing he said is that those that are bringing those drugs in this country, I think those are the people we should deal with, not those that are taking the drugs for now, but let's deal with those that are bringing the drugs that are spoiling our children. So I think when he sent it to the house, I think he will work very hard to have the people arrested, prosecute them, and point out all those ghettos all around the place. I think our young people will be free for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, I think we can stop there for now and just listen to Honorable Belama. So far, there are accommodations. I think just 1 or 2 concerns. You can address them quickly.
Yes, so
and
thank
give
you
his
so much.
comments, sir.
Yes, so thank you so much.
You've got several recommendations from your people.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, because let me be frank with you. The idea I propose to our people, I'm not just joking about it. And they take me for serious. Those who have known me for being serious minded person. I may not have the fountain of money or the fountain of, but I have, ocean of ideas. So, like I said, the first person said, where was I during the COVID-19? I was in Liberia. the COVID-19 was beyond you and our capacity. The Liberian government responded to it decisively. So efforts by other individuals who were at the time not afraid to have their lungs bowled by this virus who have been, is laudable. But myself was scared like hell, and I was in my house ensuring that I don't get in contact with people who got it. So I was in Liberia. Yes, I mean I have carried peanut to you, but it was about safety first.
Okay.
And the issue of Jackson Village, where the man talked about they took his land. I understood that the honorable lawmaker went there, even took $13,000 from minors, and told them he was going to give them advanced mining lessons. Up to now, that's a thing dispute. But like I said, I mean, I'm not being specific about, any area in Bond County so far. But what I'm saying is that I will have a land personnel in my office who, when the poor people fail to have redress to their land issues, can come and report. And out, because in many cases, they need someone to stand behind them. If you are not strong and you don't have anyone to stand behind you, I mean, your issues are like, I like not given attention.
Okay.
So we will be there to give them attention.
Somebody spoke about your political home. Which party you contesting on? Quickly, Chief.
Well, I'm from the National Democratic Coalition, NDC, which comprise my party, the New Deal Movement of Liberia. And I'm proud to be a candidate on this ticket. Right now, as I stay in Banga, I operate under the National Democratic Coalition. And my campaign is under the National Democratic Coalition. We do not have a presidential candidate. And of course...
Are you supporting the bid of the president for the second term, your party, or you as an individual?
Well, as an individual, I have a decision to make.
You have to go by and consult your citizens?
My citizens, we have the choice.
How soon will that be done?
We have to
do your launch? Where are you launching?
Like on the 26th of this month.
Where are you going to launch? In Wenshu or where?
We want to Banga? In Banga Town itself.
Administration building?
Well, I mean,
the sports stadium?
The sports stadium. We want to make sure that place is jam-packed and our people can have our message resonating in their ears.
Is that the time you will pledge the support for the president's re-election?
That could be a nice time to support.
You think if you pledge your support for the president's re-election, that will be a waste?
And I don't.
Do you think it will be a milestone for the country's development?
I don't want to think so. I don't want to think so.
Do you believe in the ideology of the president?
Let me say this. I like to say this.
Just on 10 seconds, Chief.
On 10 seconds. For anyone to say that the president did not do anything is a lie. What you can say is that, well, maybe the economy is stringent. It's all based on probably our domestic resource our domestic resource that we are dealing with right now. We have not got money from anywhere else. So I like to allow the president for
a second term.
Yeah, the many projects he has done.
So to go for the second term. Well, I see the love in your face for the president. Why you love the president so dearly?
Individually, I love the president. Individually, I love the president.
Have a wonderful day, Honorable Belama. It was nice having you. Hope that we can have more of these times together before the elections.
Thank you so much. And my party comment would be that I ask all Bond County citizens, District 3 people to join me and get out the despot from our back.
Thank you so much. Well, he's Honorable Klimak Belama, a representative candidate in Jokola District. Number 1, electorally, is Jokola District 3. Yes, of course. You can join this station on tomorrow, hopefully at 4, for another splendid presentation of the Bumper Show. With Jala Griffin.